Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30.
What you doing out there, boy?
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 68 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up
on 2nd and 2, Mahomes. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
By the Seahawks.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Tano Passanio able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Daniel Sorensen there on the coverage.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13.
That ties the game, 13-all. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flush to his right. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield.
Wilson's.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Good. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to...
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll look to throw right away. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They go play fake. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
2-yard line.
Mahomes firing complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. On the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and that'll bring up second down. On play action, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let it.
Oh, wide
I'm the best in the game.
complete.
I'm the best in the game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Number 16.
Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. Out to his left. He'll run it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Seahawks 27, Chiefs 13. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
35. Chiefs 13.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we...
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
2 yards.
Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run it with Carson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
operating from the gun. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jacob Hollister there to make the grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Chiefs 13.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K.J. Wright able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
With the score, Seahawks 41, Chiefs 13.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. He like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And now here is another interception.
I'm only going to be able to carry it.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown,
Jacob Hollister. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
1st and 10 at the...
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Wilson going to keep it on the option. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
They run again with Carson.
At the 37-yard line.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flush to his right. And now here is another interception. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Chiefs 13.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Hardman on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a...
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion...
And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. I think this is a free play for Wilson. On the move to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2.
53's the mark, 53.
To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Chiefs 13. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try from Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. as time has run out on this football game.
Chiefs,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.